how to learn a language as fast as you can. Maybe you can relate to the following behavior. You're hearing somebody in the metro speaking Italian and you're really motivated right now to learn it immediately. But you also want to visit south of France next year in the summer, so it's probably wiser to study French first. But at home you're finding all your course materials and vocabulary from learning Russian, so probably it should be wiser to review that before learning French or Italian. But by the way, you also enroll in the HSK Mandarin Prep exam, so probably you should continue for the HSK with learning Chinese. So you need to make a decision, and you decide to learn all of them, but quickly, very quickly, before you get bored with the language and test out some other languages. Maybe Korean? Over the years I came up with some strategies to learn vocabulary very quickly and almost effortlessly. So here are my tips. Number 1. Put your vocabulary everywhere. Before going to China, I really needed to add some vocabulary to survive there. So I plastered all my flat with post-its, with the answer, the sign, the translation and pronunciation. Seeing it repeatedly helped me immensely. See, I'm not the type of language student who is willing to study 5 hours after a long day at work or at uni. But I also don't want to give up on language learning. So if you're like me and you want to learn 5 languages at once, and you also want to chill, get yourself some post-it and plaster your flat with it. And you will learn your vocabulary so quickly. So if you're brushing your teeth, cooking or just lying in bed, you can quickly take a look and just learn your vocabulary. If you want to learn, and you might consider it, but you don't want to make your space look ugly, because having posts with vocabulary all over your flat might not be the prettiest thing. I got you. I'm also making prints, which, well, could be considered as language art or language prints. Let me know in the comments if you have a better description for it. I will link the website where you can get them in the description box. And tip number 2. Take your vocabulary everywhere you go. I always learn with flashcards, and to be honest, I have a few full drawers full of flashcards. If you're learning with flashcards as well, you can prepare little stacks of them, like little flashcard stacks, and just put them in all your purses or pockets. So no matter if you're waiting at the doctor's office or at the bus stop or in an incredibly long line, you can always put out your stack of flashcards and start learning. So instead of wasting your time waiting for something, you can just grab out your flashcards and start learning a few vocabularies. Tip number 3. How often do you scroll mindlessly on Instagram through some channels or through some stories that not bring you anything closer to learning a language? By adding a few language channels here and there, you can easily learn a few more vocabularies. I frequently post vocabulary of the language I'm currently learning, or just the vocabulary of a language that comes into my mind. So if you're interested in that strategy, find me there. Like always, vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal.